ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to day 28 harvesting this week. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We are still doing this contract on field 32 here on March the 1st. I have decided, however, to cancel the other contract that I had for harvesting for field 31. Purely and simply because I need to get onto my own field after we've done this. We've spent far too long mucking around on this field that after this guy's finished, we need to go and do our own field. So I'm not going to muck about with the contracts anymore. So yeah, we've got field 8 and 7 and 8 to do over here. We are currently also in the process of doing the tedding on field 18 and 20, so I can continue to do my hay bales. And yeah, that's pretty much it at the moment. Not really a lot more to offer. Hopefully I've got all my recording stuff sorted out. I will just have a quick tab back to my desktop to check on OBS. Make sure that I'm not dropping any frames. That's all good to know. How's the webcam looking though? That's the thing. The webcam's now suddenly gone very, very dark again. I'm having issues today with different things. Turn that off. That seems kind of okay now. Yeah, my webcam was like completely whited out when I first started OBS today. I'm still trying to get my head around this new OBS update thing. The version that, I updated OBS quite recently on my PC. I'm talking in the last week or two, I updated OBS. Okay, so I was pretty sure I was running the latest version. The version I downloaded last week after reinstalling my PC, completely different settings, and I don't know what they mean. So I'm trying to find out what settings to use for recording videos, and I'm not really getting a lot of input, a lot of feedback on what the settings do, what they're changing, and ultimately what I need to do to have them have the game, my OBS recording without dropping frames, without stuttering, and still actually keeping very good quality videos at 4K. And I apologise as well for eating beef jerky, but I'm quite hungry because of course today is Wednesday, but in a complete mind meds, the parents decided not to do their shopping yesterday on Tuesday, when they normally do their shopping. They decided to do it today. So I got up early yesterday morning expecting to go shopping, and they didn't want to go shopping. They had other things to do apparently yesterday, so they didn't need me. So yesterday was kind of wasted then for me, because I wasn't planning on recording yesterday. I didn't do any recording yesterday. And now today, when I wanted to do my recording, because I also want to do a stream today, I've had to go and do the shopping this morning. So I got some snacks and obviously a drink whilst I was out, because it's 10:30 now and I want to get 2 recordings done, or 3 recordings done, before I then go on to try and start figuring out streaming with OBS on my newly reinstalled PC. I've also got Windows trying to install Windows 11, which is kind of worrying me a bit, because that's never happened before. But I've got a thing on my taskbar where it's got, hey, Windows 11 is ready to install, and I'm like, do I want Windows 11? I'm not sure I do. Not sure my PC is really good enough for Windows 11, because it's not modern. You know. Also, the Silver Run DLC, the Platinum expansion, is out for Farm Sim. Obviously, those of us with Steam, who had the game bought on Steam and had the Season Pass on Steam, got very lucky in the fact that the DLC was available to us on Monday. So in my last videos, I was talking about the DLC not being available, and I was going to have to wait. And there was somebody on my Steam friends list who kept sending me messages asking me about the DLC, and I was like, how does it expect me to answer it when it's not released yet? But I didn't realise, as I was recording, that somebody had made a massive cock-up either at Steam or at Giants, and the fact that the Platinum expansion DLC was released to the Steam owners on Monday. So when I was recording on Monday, the Platinum expansion was out for people like me. For everyone who bought the game through Giants or Epic or Microsoft or wherever, obviously they had to wait till Tuesday. But we had the new Platinum expansion available to us on Monday. I did load the map up very briefly Monday evening just to have a quick look at it, to see what it was about, because honestly I hadn't paid any attention to the Platinum expansion stuff. I hadn't bothered reading any of Giants news articles or blog posts or anything like that. Once I learnt that it was all going to be around, centered and focused around login, I just kind of switched off. I was like, nah, I'm not interested in that. So I didn't really know much. I didn't know anything about it. I went into the map very blind, and I loaded it up. I spent a few minutes just running around the map on foot, collecting the collectibles and that, and I pretty much decided, yeah, it's not a map that I want to play. It's not something I want to I'm going to spend any time doing. So if you're looking for me to do the Platinum expansion or anything to do with the Platinum expansion, showing off any of that kind of stuff, it's not going to happen. I have no interest in it. Which kind of brings me on to today's kind of discussion topic, really, that I want to talk about through today's video. And that is Farm Sim 22 DLC. What do people think? What do people think at the end of year one of Farm Sim 22? Because it is pretty much 1 year since this game came out. What do you think of Farm Sim 22? And what do you think of the DLC? Honestly, you can say whatever you like in the comment section down below. I will not be offended. You can say exactly how you feel. I think we all have earned that right, and hopefully Giants take on board everything that people say and don't just dismiss what people say. Myself, personally, this is just me. I've been very disappointed with the DLC for Farm Sim 22 so far. I don't really think there's been anything that's come out that particularly I could have, that are, I'm absolutely dying for and couldn't have lived without. The Antonio Carrero pack, I could probably, I could have lived without that quite easily. The Kubota pack, whilst it's nice to have the Kubota pack and have a new brand, it's a lot of small stuff. And, I don't really use a lot of 100 horsepower tractors in my play style, in how I play the game. I don't tend to use small stuff. Okay, this save, we've been playing small stuff. The Vermeer pack, again, I think I covered that earlier in this series when it first released. The baler, whilst nice, whilst it's I like the idea of self-propelled baler. I feel it's missing a few bits and bobs. It could do with a wrapper built into it for wrapping bales on the move. It could also do with like the fast bale like buffer system where it fills a tank and then passes it over to the baler, so you can bale non-stop. As for the other stuff in the Vermeer pack, like the windrower and the mower and stuff like that, we'd already got better stuff in the base game, and we've got better stuff available as mods. The Aggie pack, or Aggie pack, whatever it is, I've never used it. It's a load of silos and stuff, and again, I don't really know where I would use it, because most maps I play on, you have a silo when you load into the map. Pumps and Hoses DLC, not used it. I know that's not made by Giants, but still, I haven't used it. And again, I don't really know where I would use it, because again, most of the mod maps I play, they come with a BGA already built in to the map, so I haven't got to build my own. So yeah, I've been kind of a little, I have to be honest, I'm very disappointed with the year 1 DLC for FS22, ladies and gentlemen. Very disappointed in it, because frankly, there hasn't been anything come out that I've gone, oh wow, I really like that and I'm going to use that, you know. Unlike, say, like the Class DLC that came out for FS19, which was like, oh my god, this is amazing. This is really going to change, give us some new stuff to play the game with. I haven't seen that in the FS22 DLC. Now, obviously at this point in time, I have no idea what Giants' future plans are. Will there be a year 2 DLC announced for the game? Is there going to be a season 2 season pass? If there is, are you going to buy it up front or are you going to wait? I'll be honest, when I bought FS22, obviously I bought the collector's edition thing which had the game and the season pass, the ultimate edition thingy bobby dude or whatever it was. Paid, what was it, 79 quid for that with the game and the season pass. In hindsight, now I probably wish I'd just bought the game and not the season pass, because like I say, I've not really done anything with the DLC. I don't really use the DLC. It's kind of a waste. It sits there on my computer taking up space. That's all it does. We don't use it in multiplayer, because not a lot of people that I play multiplayer with have the DLC or own all the DLC, so there's not a lot of servers that I've played on that require the DLC, so not like I've even used it in multiplayer. So yeah, I'm a little bit torn, because obviously I love Farm Sim, it's my bread and butter, it's my day job playing this game, and you know, I do enjoy the game fundamentally. I just don't think my year 1 review of Farm Sim 22 would be as positive and, you know, as say like FS19. I've already mentioned earlier on in the series and in past videos that there are some days where I do find it a bit of a struggle to motivate myself to play the game, to play FS22. Whereas with FS19, I was always happy to sit down each day. I was really making my content, really, you know, excited, motivated, all the way through FS19's lifespan, all 3 years. You know, all 3 years that we played FS19, I was very happy every single day to sit there and record videos. Whereas definitely with FS22 as of late, I would have to say there are some days where I'm like, God, gotta record farm sim. Ugh. You know. Where's my, is the truck, oh, he's off, he's gone off to unload. I wonder where he'd gone. I wonder where he'd gone. He's going to unload. Oh, I just spent 60 quid on something. Right, so yeah, our next task then is to get that field harvested. So actually, what I might do, rather than have, well, the guy's going to come back anyway, isn't he? Yeah. But yeah, the whatever courseplay course, again, I wish I knew now what settings I'd use when I program this course. Because he did the headlands right, and then he did the up and down rows in the correct way that he always kept the pipe out. And always kept the pipe accessible. I wish I just could remember what settings I used when I programmed him. Because now I need to make sure I use those settings anytime I do a harvesting course in courseplay. You know? He's about to deliver, so we'll just stop him manually. Like so. Now, what I've got to do is somehow get to that connector there, which has somehow managed to turn itself. Contract on field 32 is finished. Good. Right, we can bring this back now then to our field. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Year 2 has to offer then for as farm sim players and farm sim creators like myself. See, that I would have been harvesting that field. That was the contract was to harvest that field, but I cancelled that contract because of how long it's taken to do the contract on field 32. I've decided to stay where I am and just make sure we do our field next. 1st of March, because obviously as soon as we get that field kind of also, why is need to go check on Mr. Tedder as well then. He seems to have stopped. He's not actually tedding. Now I still have 5,000 litres of oats to empty out of this machine. I'll do in a second. around the lamppost. Empty this fella again. There he is, Ero Farmer. Speak of the devil. I was just saying how he was messaging me on Monday about the expansion, platinum expansion. So I'll send him a message in a little while. Right, let's go find out what Mr. Tedder's doing and why Mr. Tedder has done very little. Because I really did want to get that baling done today as well. And then I could have the roller, get the roller out, do the grass rolling. But I guess we have... The rain is still forecast for coming as well, which is obviously a concern. But the good thing is, we got the contract done. So I'll collect my 80 grand. Thank you. There's also, yesterday, or the day before, one day this week, there's been a new mod released on the mod hub called Better Wages, which is a bit of a misleading title, because you think, when you think wages, you think obviously AI workers. But there's a mod on the mod hub called Better Wages, which allows you to customize how much you get paid for contracts. Basically, you can increase the price scale for contracts. I'm already using mods that do that. A mod that does that, but it's not available on the mod hub, or hasn't been available on the mod hub. It was downloaded from somewhere else. That someone made specifically for me because I'd asked for it. But yeah, there is one on the mod hub now which works, I think, in a similar way. I will have to check the scripting. I'll have to open up both mods and have a look at the scripting. I think they work in identical ways. In fact, I think the one that's released on the mod hub is more or less a copy. Is basically a copy of the mod, very much the mod that I'm using. But yeah, definitely be worth having a look at, because I think the mod that I'm using currently maybe doesn't work as well anymore after the recent updates to the game. And since I also added the mods that add the lime spreading and rolling contracts to the game, it seems like it's not scaling the contract prices like it used to do. Certainly on this map, if we look at some of these prices, seem quite low compared to what I was getting paid earlier in the series. So I think the mod that I'm using isn't working anymore, because these prices all seem fairly lowish. I'm pretty sure I used to get paid a lot more for contracts on this map. But I'll have to go back and have a look. So I'll have to have a look at the new mod and see. And find a way to customise it. Make it work with the and work basically with the current version of the game and the mods that I'm running. It might be an issue that if I run the extra contract mods like the lime picking, lime spreading, and rolling, it breaks the contract system, the vanilla contract system, which therefore then breaks the mods that affect the vanilla contracting system. So like the price scaling mod, the better wages mods, that kind of thing, then probably don't work either. Again, I'm not entirely sure because haven't tested it yet, but I will have a look at that. I will have a look at those things. But yeah, I'm bouncing all over the place a bit today because my brain's obviously a little bit all over the place today. We're being messed about with shopping trips and stuff. But yeah, I was saying, Year 2, Farming Simulator 22. What's the next thing? What are we going to be doing next? Because obviously Christmas is rapidly approaching as these videos are coming out. Even though I'm recording these in November, I think these videos go live on the YouTube channel in December, if I've got everything uploaded and scheduled correctly. So it will be very nearly Christmas by the time you're watching this. So I need to start thinking what we're going to be doing from in 2023. What am I going to be doing Let's Play series? Because obviously Riverview here, we're probably reaching a stage where this series could probably be finished, brought to an end. We've you know, again, we're getting close to 100 episodes, and pretty much 100 episodes seems to be around about where I've ended most of my Let's Plays so far, so might as well stick with that and think to ourselves, right, where are we going to go next? What are we going to do next? What map? What map are we heading to after this one? And what are we going to be doing in terms of play style and mods and things? Nice screenshot for the thumbnail. Hold that up. We can tickety-boo. So that's all good. All good. And if I remember right, I parked this up here, didn't I? My cow pen. Right then. Well, I'm going to carry on hay baling. I'm going to leave the harvesting then, because the weather forecast is for rain. And it's 5 PM in the evening anyway, so I'm going to be sleeping through the night shortly soon anyway. So I might as well save the harvesting of our field till tomorrow. Get through that pretty quickly, and then we can obviously get the field then obviously reseeded and what have you. and get a fresh crop planted on it. So I will see you all, ladies and gents, in the next video. But for now, from me here on Riverview, it's sadly goodbye. So thank you for watching, ladies and gents. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Cheerio.